Welcome back, guys. So today I came up with another video which I'm again explaining about the forensic subject. Okay, under that the very important topic, that is physical evidence. So coming into the main topic, physical evidence. So whenever a crime has committed in any of the area or place, first of all, what are we going to check? Like what the crimes investigators gonna check? The first main thing is for the evidence. So in evidence we have type of evidences like oral evidence, trace evidences, and physical evidences. Okay. So in the major thing is physical evidence, which we are going to check in that. Okay. So the word evidence means which tends to prove or disprove of the investigation. Okay. So this evidence can be like they can be big things or small things also. Like they can be macro elements, macro evidences, or micro evidences. So macro means which can you can easily see with your eye contact. Okay, which can be easily visible to us. Whereas in micro, we have to search very carefully. It will be very difficult for us to locate the micro evidences and to collect and to test them. Okay, so evidences, they can be of macro and also micro evidences. Okay, we have to check about the macro and micro evidences. So why a physical evidence is very important in a crime scene? Because the physical evidence will link that crime scene from for the victim and the suspect. Okay, so that is why the physical evidence is useful. Before going also, we'll check out who is the victim, who is the suspect, and who is the witness. The victim means who have been injured in it, or who have been taken advantage of the other person who have been committed the crime. And the suspect means if we are having any doubt on any person, we'll keep in them in custody and we'll call them for the investigations and etc. So we're going to suspect them, we're not 100% sure that he have done the crime, but we will be suspecting him that he have done or not. Okay, and the witness is the one who sees, like eyewitness. You have eyewitness, like if any crime is happening and the other person has accidentally seen it, so he is the witness. So, with the help of the witness, also sometimes the police will take them into the custody. Like they will question him, like what had happened at what time, how many people were there, and etc. Questions. Okay. So sometimes this witness will be not correct, because why? Because sometimes they may have the poor memory, or sometimes they can lie due to of the scare of the some of them have bribed you, like that. So witness won't be taken so much, but they can be represented in the courts. Okay, so this is about the physical evidence. So whenever we find the crimes investigators find the physical evidence at the crime scene, first of all they have to be very careful to look out for the evidences. Because if let us take an example, like if it is a murder. Okay, so you have the crime scene, you're having the blood and footprints, and also some of the hair follicles of that person who have been committed the crime. So by walking, by testing, by seeing everything, sometimes they may lose a type of small micro type of evidences. Okay, so that's why they have to be very careful in checking and preserving them. Okay, so this is about the physical evidences. Now under physical evidence, we have different types of physical evidences which we come across that. So first of all, we will see that what is the importance of the physical evidence. First of all, it the physical evidence can link the victim to the suspect. And the second thing, we can represent the physical evidence as a major thing in the courts, because the law of courts will first of all only offer the physical evidences, photographs and videographs, right? So that's why they can easily represent them. And the third one, they can be they can let the guilty ones to the courts, like they can find the guilty one, and they can also prove the innocent one is not has not committed the crime. Okay, so by comparing to know that. And sometimes if the suspect is only the one who committed the crime, is you can easily do with that. Okay, so this is about the uses of the physical evidences. Now we are going to see like what are the types of physical evidences in it. So the major types of the physical evidences in that are, the first one is we have different types of physical evidences. Okay, the first one is the blood. So majorly you can see many types of physical evidences. The in different types of crimes, if it is a murder, you can see blood, of course. Okay, if it is in kidnap, or also they may hit, they may first injure the person, then they can kidnap. So in those cases, the blood is very important. Like it is a what type? It is a bodily fluid type. So it is an organic type of evidence from our body they collect. So blood can be them, and also some of the semen. So the another one is semen, the blood or semen or any of the bodily fluids. If they are present, they can also be a physical evidence. They can collect it and test them. Okay, and the blood you can see that what is the blood group type and what is the DNA structure like in it. Okay, and this is a major physical evidence which you can see near the crime scenes at only some of the things. Okay. So first one was blood, semen, and other bodily fluids, and the second one is a major one, that is fingerprints. As you know that fingerprints are very unique for every of the individual. Like no two individuals have the same type of fingerprints. That's why whenever if it is an example like robbery case, theft case, here you can see the fingerprints. Okay, like wherever if he have touched in the theft case, in robbery case, if you have touched any almara or cupboards, like you can see the fingerprints have to be there. Okay, so fingerprints can also be a way of physical evidence which we have to collect very carefully. Okay, so after the physical evidence you have footprints. If it is a murder case, if you think it is a murder case, and that murder has happened in a very dense place like in a forest like that, so of course the soil will be present. To the soil the footprints will be added whenever he walks or not. Or else if he comes from any of the shabby places or from wet places, those type of thing also would get stick to his foot, or like shoe impressions also. So the footprints can also be a major physical evidence for the to get us give a solution for the crime scene. So after footprints, then teeth mark. Like I can say, like in some of the cinemas or movies, you have seen that whenever crime is committed and the one who has committed the crime, if he comes like in, if he have done murder indoors only, like inside the home. So if he touches or if he eats something, if he drinks something, if he eat normally, you can see the structure of the teeth to that. If you can take an example of apple. So you can't say like what is the correct type of situation there. It may depend, right? So that's why if it is apple, if you have ate an apple, you can get the teeth structure. So by that also they will take, they will trace and make the structure of the teeth, and they will mark match with the suspects. Okay, so teeth marks can also be a physical evidence. And then impressions. See, so if you take an example of the kidnap case, so if you think that kidnap has happened at the midnight, and the one who have did that have came by car or bike or etc. So of course when they come near their home, or like if it is in the muddy places or dust, of course the tire marks will be present, and the footprints, okay, came here, the tire marks, and those all comes under the impressions. Okay, and then documentation. So if you take an example like if you take a crime has happened in a home, like they were having a discussion for the division of their lands, okay, their properties and etc. So but they were fighting that they want the more, these want the more. So in those cases what we can say, like if anyone has committed the crime, like one person is committed and he took all the documents from there, and again some of the documents have left there like torn pieces and etc. So those will come, those can come under documentation. So documentation is nothing but it is a it is nothing but it is a typewritten or a handwritten papered one. So it will be uh, they can be on in one paper. Okay, typewritten or handwritten type of in a paper is known as handwritten. Okay, that is known as documentation. And then And the next one is drugs. Okay, so the next one is drugs. So if you take an example, like if one has committed the crime, like let us take, like he has been made them, the other person, to be scared, and made that person only to commit the suicide, or else again he will do that this, if he bribes like that and if he makes her scared like that. In those cases what happens means, if the killer has given her the some of the tablets, like you wear these tablets and I commit a suicide, or else I will do like this, that. So in those cases what they will do, they will take these drugs type of tablets, whatever they are there. Sometimes it will be present or sometimes it won't be, so depending upon the case, right? So that times also they can take the drugs as capsules, pills. They can be taken in the consideration as a physical evidence. Okay, or sometimes if you take like if you have the most famous now, which is there in Amazon type, the cyanide case, right? In those, in that also, that woman will murder every member of their family. By how? By mixing that cyanide into the food. Okay, so what happens, that will make, of course, the reactions will occur in the stomach and the person will die. So in those cases also, they will again see, they will test their body and the toxification. They will send that to a toxicology department and to check that, to verify that, and etc. Okay, so that is of the drugs case. Okay, you can take that. And next is explosive. Okay, explosive. Explosive means like boom, like happening any bomb attacks, terrorist attacks. Of course, the terrorist attacks and keeping any bombs and this all comes under explosives, right? This is also a very biggest crime, as you can also know that crime has occurred in the Mumbai also, etc. Things have many occurred. So in those type of, if somebody came and in the station, if you take an example like they somehow somebody terrorist, they came and they kept the bomb in some of the bag and they left at the railway stations. And after the huge of the whatever the mess has happened, when the police started investigating, then they will find some of the small particles, whatever the explosives are there. Then again, that will be a very physical evidence. They will collect them and they will again test it. Okay, so this is about the explosives. And then fire or fabric, fibers or fabric. So fibers of fabric are nothing but a type of piece of cloths or any of the small particles of cloths only. Fibers means a type of small wires or etc. And fabric means, of course, the fabric. So in some cases what will happen, like okay, let us take an example, like if it is a robbery case, and of course he won't come from the doors, right? So he will break the windows and he will come, and if there is a nail for that, and while he was entering, his cloth was stuck to it, and some of the small pieces of cloth had been stuck there, that was torn out by him. So what they will do, when they will investigation, they will see the windows and whatever the cloth will be there, then he will find the fabric. By that fabric again they can there will be a very major physical evidence for that. So it is about the fabrics. And then firearms. So where you usually see in movies that the villains will shoot with the guns or rifles. You have many different types in guns and rifles is also. So by that also, by firearms also, when if they find any of the weapons, weapons or firearms, both will come under same thing. Okay, like keep as weapons, firearms and weapons. Okay, so these will also come under a major physical evidence. Okay, and then glass. So as I said you, in the case of what, in the case of robbery, so of course he will come from the window, he will break the window. When he breaks the window, of course it will be made of glass. Okay, so gross glass pieces will there. Or if you take another example, like if any person is committing the kidnap and that victim, to protect themselves, they'll beat some with some of the glass pieces or wooden pieces, right? Okay, glass, and I will later on write wooden pieces also. Okay, so if that victim is trying to defend themselves, so they will beat with some of the glass or wooden pieces or anything. so that they can be damaged, and again they will be thrown on the floors. So by collecting them also, they can have a clear sketch like what had happened, what was the crime happened, did they try to defend themselves or not, like that. Okay, that will be under the glass thing. And the next is major important, that is hair. Okay, so if there is any case like okay, yeah, if there is any case, if there is be murder or any of the thing also, if there is a one hair follicle, if they fall, they have to check it, they have to see it, then they will collect them hair and they will try to analyze it, they will try to what they will try to test it and see like whose hair was that. Okay, by testing the hair also, you can know that what was it, a female or male has committed the crime. And you can also know that this age also, like what was with the age and etc things. And you can take a major things from the hair also. And the next like one is, I said about the weapons also, na. So these are the types of physical evidences, okay, which you can say. And some of the normal things I can say is soil. Okay, so soil can be also thing like if it is an indoor crime scene, something has happened like murder or theft or robbery or hit and run case like that. So if the person has came with the shoe, okay, the person has came with the shoe and his shoe has some of the soil particles, okay, we can test the soil and we can analyze it from where that soil was there. So by analyzing from where that soil was there, we can search in those places, like again we can find footprints there. So what I can say is that one physical evidence can link with the other things. Okay, so it will be a very easy thing for the police and also the crime investigators to solve the crimes. So soil, or you can also take as dust, soil, glass pieces. So these are the different types of physical evidences. You also have oral evidence, that is eyewitness evidence only. Okay, oral means saying oral like what had happened, etc. So these are the physical evidences. So you can like see blood, semen, hair, the fingerprints, footprints, teeth marks, impressions, drugs type of tablets, and documentation written and handwritten, and explosives, fibers or fabric, firearms, weapons, soil or dust, glass and wooden pieces. So these are the different types of physical evidences. So the physical evidence is a major thing to solve a crime, and it will be the major first step to collect from by the these forensic scientists or forensic experts. Now there is a question like, yeah, if you have seen that we have collected, you have here macro and micro also, you have many things, you have collected and done is everything, but now we have to collect very carefully, and the major important thing will come is preserving the evidence and sending it, which will be a very important task for these forensic scientists to do this. Because if they do any one of the mistake in preserving and sending them, again it will be the whatever the physical evidence it will be there, it will be damaged, it will be disturbed, which again can't be taken for the testing. Okay, so like example, if you take if you're taking the blood sample, let me explain by small thing. Okay, I can write here. If you take okay, now if you take the blood as example, okay, yeah, so you have different types of blood splatters also, ma. Like if the person who have committed the crime has used the firearms like gun, so you have shot with the 45 degrees or from a long distance. So by the design of the blood like which has fallen on the ground, we also detect also everything. Okay, so the like sometimes the blood will be like this, or sometimes it will be like this, or sometimes it will be like this also. Okay, if it is from far and if there only, there are different types in that. So if there is a blood, if you take this as a blood, and if you have found the blood physical evidence, now we have to take it. Now how we will take, how we will take, collect it and preserve it and forward it. See, the first major most important thing is you have to cover the whole cloth with white. As you can see, if you can check out, you can easily see like what the crimes investigators wear. Okay, the first most important thing is wearing the gloves, because your fingerprints or your type of blood, bodily fluids, everything shouldn't fall, nothing near the crime scene. Again, will make a very big disturbance. Okay, so first they have to wear the gloves and cover everything, and then they have to take that. Okay, so the blood they can take with, also sometimes they can take with the earbuds, I guess so, because I did the experiment in my college with the earbuds only. So sometimes they can also take with the cotton. If you have a cotton, they will have a cotton. Okay, you have very bunch of cotton with them. Okay, with the cotton and with the twinnings, with the we won't touch with the bare hands, right? So with the twinnings and the gloves, first we have to wear the gloves, then twinnings. When the cotton, we have to take that the sample and let, because it will be wet only if the crime has occurred that time only when came into action. So as it will be wet, so what we have, we should keep just like that wet only to into the cupboard, and we have to cardboard, and we can't send them, right? So first of all, when we take, we have to dry them. So the very most important thing here is we have to dry only in the dark places or under the fan conditions. We cannot keep in the direct sunlight. Why? Because again it will disturb the DNA structure, whatever is there inside will be disturbed. So again you won't get the correct type of information what you wanted from that blood sample. Okay, so we have to collect with the cotton which is handled by the twinnings, and by keeping the gloves we have to collect it. We have to make it that first dry under the fan conditions, under dark conditions, but not at all in the direct sunlight. Okay, after it is done, we have to keep in a ziploc bag. So you have a ziploc bags, we'll keep in that, and after that we will keep on a cardboard box. We'll have to keep it, and we have to close it, and we have to send it. So like and on that also we'll have type of letter type which we will write from where it is coming and what is inside it, and we'll have a steel mark stamp. Okay, I guess we say it as lag stamp. Okay, it will be red color we have to keep, and will have the seal which is government of the forensic scientist, or if there is a branch of separate city, they will be stamped with it, and then they will forward. So this is the collecting, preserving and sending. If you have any glass piece, let us take if you have a glass piece. So the glass piece is like this, and if you have the glass piece and some of the blood also here, now of course blood will take like this. If you are, this has a glass piece, then of course the floor will also have a blood, right? So it collect blood. Now how they will preserve this glass piece and send means, first of all they'll, of course the gloves is the most important. Now they will collect it, and they will keep a box in this type of cardboard box they will keep. But before keeping, we have to keep all the three sides with bunch of cotton that should be disturbed. We'll keep the ziploc bags and also with bunch of cotton, and then we'll place, and again on top again we have to fill with cotton. Why? Because whenever they're traveling in the vans and etc., right, so they'll transfer from the crime scene to the laboratories. Of course you'll have some of the disturbances near the road by the bridges and speed breakers and etc. When they go like that, what happens? The glass will break, and if the glass breaks, whatever, if you have any fingerprint on this, again they would be disturbed. So it will be a major disturbance for the physical evidence. So that's why they will keep like this cardboard box will be them. This all sides will be filled with cotton. Even the up is filled with cotton. In the middle airspace, we'll keep that glass in a ziploc bag, and then we will close it, and we will forward this into the laboratories. So this is about the glass and the blood. And if you have any firearms, they will be enclosed in a cloth bags also. Okay, in cloth bags, because sometimes it can't be misused, mishandled, and if the bullet comes out again, it will be a danger, right? So that's why. So this is a different types of preserving, collecting and forwarding. Okay, you will have a letter also. Let me say this, you will have a type of letter like from where it is forwarding and to whom it is forwarding. And you'll have seals. Okay, you'll have seals, that is we have 9 seals, that is of red color seal you have, like okay. So I'll keep here. We will take that in a very heat condition, then we will keep here, and whatever the stamp we will have here, this is your stamp you think, and this is FSL you are having, like we have a logo for separate type of things. Okay, they will keep that red color thing here, then they will keep the stamp here, and like this you'll keep 9, one like here, here, here and here. So you'll keep total 9 front side and also the back side. Okay, so 9 things will be kept, and then it is forwarded to the crime scene laboratories. So this is about the physical evidence, about the victim, suspect and witness, and about the different types of physical evidences and in what cases they are taken and how they are preserved, how they are collected carefully and how they are kept in boxes carefully with so much of cotton bags, etc., and then how they are forwarded by keeping of a letter, and again we will stamp with 9 sides, front is 9 and back are also 9. Okay, so this is about things. And some I want to say just one thing, like um what would be the things taken in the outdoor crime scene and indoor crime scene. So if it is an outdoor crime scene, it is an outdoor crime scene, they will take the tire marks, footprints and fingerprints and soil particles also, because it is outdoor, huh? So that's why soil and some type of fabric sometimes. So in indoor crime scenes, of course blood is also come, but I'm just saying, okay, in indoor crime scenes you can see like small type of hair, glass pieces. Mostly both are same, but depending on the crime that has been taken place, we can differentiate it. So we can't say particularly that this in this crime scene only these will be present and not these things. Okay, we can't say that. Just I'm giving a small example like that. So this is about this is about the physical evidences. So let me say a small additional thing also, like what does the court will accept to show that the crime scene. So the court will accept by we can say like acceptance of court, acceptance by courts. Okay, so the courts will first they will accept the photograph. So as I said, photograph can be so many types. Okay, by keeping the last time also I said, by keeping the light trace, by keeping many of the lights, and photograph will be taken from the top view, from 45 degrees angle, from the mid range, from the lower range. There are different types of views another photograph. So the photograph will be accepted by the courts, and then second one is videograph. So okay, so why videographs? Because you can have a doubt like photograph, videograph, both are same. So why do you take videograph and also the photograph means? So yeah, you can take photographs also, but sometimes the court also need the videographs also, because if there is only the small minute things they did not take by the photograph, they can be seen in those video. Okay, so and also the photograph is also better than video, because again the video will have disturbances in it, and the major thing that videograph shouldn't have any voices also, because again something other disturbances there shouldn't be come in that, just the normal video, and every view you have to take in the videograph. And the third thing that is physical evidence. Of course physical evidence is also seen. They can accept the physical evidence also. So these are the things I just wanted to say in additional to you, that what are accepted by the courts. And documentation also they can accept, because it is a handwritten form. Okay, so I can say like if any crime has done, and now they will record whatever the whole crime happened from starting to the end point, and whatever the punishment has given to those all, they can written and in typed form, and documentation they can preserve it also. Like in some other countries they also do, I don't know about India, but I guess they will do this also, like they'll keep those crime documentaries aside. Okay, so this is about the physical evidence and how to collect what are those, and how they are preserved, how they are sent it to the forensic laboratories. Okay, so this is about this video, that's it. And the next thing, next video I can say about the what are the sections and what are the sections. You have sections, many IPC sections, CRP sections, Okay, we will say the important sections which are based on the forensic, and we will also study about the punishments for that. Okay, like if you have the section 300, so 300 section is murder case. So the section 302 is a punishment for murder. Okay, and like that we have different type of sections and its punishments. We are going to study about those in the next video. So till then, if you please if you like this video and my content, please like and subscribe. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, so many of them are viewing my channel and like the videos, but they are not subscribing. So please request you to subscribe them, because it can be a supportive for me to do the more videos. Okay, so I just want you people to subscribe and support me. And if you want any of the other topics related to forensic, it may be anything. If you comment them, I can make the videos on them also. Okay, so thank you.